PowerPoint chapter 3, video 5, and this will be our final video on chapter 3. And what we are doing with it is spell check. Okay, so we need to open the file called TV options. Okay, and so when we open that file, this is what we have, and we're going to save as. And so it's going to be our username and TV options solution. Okay, and then we're going to hit save. Should have went right back into chapter 3. Okay, we're going to be on slide 3 to start with, or slide 1 to start with. Notice that the word satellite is underlined with red, so that means it's misspelled. Okay, and what we want to do when we get the red line and they don't replace it on its own, you want to right click on that satellite and it's going to give you suggestions, and this is the one we want to choose. So we're going to select it, and so we will select the correct spelling. Okay, all right, we want to click on the review tab, so we're going to go up here to review. All right, and we're going to do over here in the proofing, we're going to click on ABC spelling, and what that will do will start our spell check, and it's going to go through your whole entire program or your whole entire PowerPoint. Okay, so if you do a PowerPoint, a big one, make sure that you spell check the whole thing so that you get everything that needs to be fixed. All right, so the first one it comes to is available. This is our option that we can. We're going to say change. Okay, same thing. This is real cloud. Now we know real cloud is spelled correctly. Okay, so we are going to ignore real cloud. So we want to ignore all. Anytime it says real cloud, we want it to ignore it. Okay, this one is cable. And so this is what it should be. And we're going to change. Okay, once we get through that, it's going to tell us that spell check is complete and you're good to go. So we're going to say okay. And so that's how you run your spell check. Okay, easy, just like you do when you're in Word. Just make sure that when you go through it that you are checking that they're not going to correct, like that real cloud. If they would have checked and tried to change your name and then you just said yes and it was to something that's not your name, that wouldn't be good. So make sure that you watch it as it goes through and you have them all changed. Okay, with this file still open, the next step by step, I'm going to close this spell check over here, is changing a word with a thesaurus. Okay, we're going to go to slide 3. So if you are not on slide 3, make sure you click on slide 3. And we want to select the word costs. So this word right here, we're going to select it. And so that it's blue like that, remember, double click, we'll select it, blah, blah, blah. We're going to go up here to the review and we're going to go to Thesaurus. So when you click on Thesaurus, it puts costs up here. And so then it gives you a list of all the different things, words that you could use. Okay. In the Thesaurus task pane, we want to point to the word charges. Okay, right here, we're going to point to charges. And we're going to click the down arrow that appears to the right. Does it not do it on the Mac? Okay, so when we're on a PC, there will be, over here to the right, there will be a little pull down arrow menu, and it's going to give you pretty much this. I just right clicked, and so it's going to give you pretty much what is in this list. Okay, and we want to click insert. So if you go to insert, and it's going to change costs to charges, so charges may be lower instead of costs may be lower. Okay, so that is how you can go about using your thesaurus. The one thing that you need to make sure if you use a thesaurus to change a word is that it makes sense in your sentence or in the text that you are working with. Okay, sometimes it'll pop up a word and like maybe it says outlays, maybe lower. That doesn't really make sense. So make sure that it makes sense when you change it. Okay, that is it for chapter 3 PowerPoint step-by-step. You can save this file and upload all your files to step-by-step and do your projects, and then you can, we will have chapter 4.